Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah. Man, I said I had to go and get y'all a good update of these pups. I promise y'all that I'm going to have a video drop for y'all, like I said. So today we're going to be posting these, like I said, this video of these pups and bunny pups, you know what I mean? Just give y'all an update of what's going on around at the camp. I still had these two black, very, very, very beautiful bulls available, you know what I mean? Going for a steal of a deal. 3,500. You know, you cannot beat this with a, you can't beat this deal with a stick. The ABR registered, UKC registered, you know what I mean? They double registered. I'm waiting for their paperwork to come back, but you know, that shouldn't be long at all. And like I said, I do payment plans, and they, like I said, and I'm willing to work with anybody, you know what I mean? These gonna be two very, very great quality, nice female, pups, you know what I mean? And I got my boy in the back here. Oh, let me see. Big Ben over here, you know what I mean? I got him, like I said, everybody doing good, you know what I mean? We took a loss off of Bunny Little. Like I said, she ended up biting one of the pups, you know. Like I said, I don't think she was intentionally trying to bite him, you know, but she ended up biting one of the pups. And like I said, he ended up kind of passing away from his injury. But we we got a nice litter. We got 6 males and 3 females. 1 female standing on the count. And like I said, I'm not quite sure what's the status up on one of the other females, you know. Like I said, I got to check back with the guy. I'm going to post up pictures today. Like I said, bunny pups today, you know what I mean? Like I said, so if you're interested on just either one of these litters, you know what I mean, hit me up and we can work something out. Like I said, these going to be some very, very screen pups. I'm most definitely thinking this female right here is going to be like a nano size, you know what I mean? Because she got a very, very small frame up on her. Like I said, and I know my boy Ben going to be a nano size as well. He very short as well. And this guy right here, I'm thinking he's going to be between micro and nano himself. You know what I mean? They're going to be some very, very thick bulls. Yeah. We out here at my shed. This is my laundry room / like I said, my dog spot where I'm going to keep my pups at. I cleaned them a section up to get them out of my house because they were very filthy. Starting to mess up, you know what I mean? Starting to crap everywhere. So I got this set up out here for them. Like I said, this is also where I keep my dog feed. Just hit a run to the store, got some chicken feed. Like I said, some puppy feed for my pups. I got them on puppy chow now. And I got my big dogs up on Diamond Energy, you know. This I've been sticking with Diamond, like I said, for a good minute. This Diamond puppy keep your puppies solid. Keep their poops hard, you know what I mean? I've been mixing it with this cow milk. If you want to put some weight up on your pups, like I said, and this good for nursing off your, like weaning off your pups as well. This cow milk, like I said, they sell this at Tractor Supply, $25 a bag, you know. I've been hitting them, been putting it with their feed, mixing it and everything. And today, we're going to be worming everybody out. Like I said, they already had, these pups right here done had their first and second wormer, y'all already. But me personally, like I said, I like to worm the mom. Like, this very, very key information that I'm giving y'all. It's good to worm the mom with Panicure and this Nemo X. Yeah, this Nemo X. Like I said, at 1 week of age of her having the pups. Worm the mom and then at least a week and a half or 2 weeks, depending on how the pups doing. You know what I mean? It's always an odor that's coming in the air, like I said, when you can tell they need to be wormed. But just for me to be on the safe side, I always hit my pups at 2 weeks of age with wormer, you know what I mean? With both wormers, you know, just to kind of get a head start up on the worms, because the longer you let the worms sit back, the more deadly they become, you know. So, like, it's good to hit the mom up within the first week with both wormer and hit the pups, like I said, at least 3-4 times, like I said, within that 6-week mark. Like I said, this they third to 4th wormer that I'm hitting them with, like I said, today. And I'll be worming I'll be worming Bunny and BJ pups out as well. And also I'll be worming my pup off the Coco and Coco and Caesar litter. I got quite a few litters, man. But yeah, I just really wanted to get these videos of these little pups to show everybody, like I said, how thick, you know what I mean, and just how nice of a bull these pups are. You know, like, they kind of separated in the box right now, like I said. These are very, very, very thick, nice pups. I'm gonna set my camera down and see if I can get some photo of them and everything. Just kind of hold them up to show people, you know what I mean, how thick these pups are. Yeah, well, that didn't work, but but man, these are the pups that's available. Like this the male. I mean, very, very, very thick, wide bull, mare carrier. Like I said, double resident, and just the female right here. Very, very nice little female, thick, short, compact, very, very nice bulls, you know. 3,500 for this one, 3,500 for this one, you know what I mean? Still of a deal, gonna make good, eat a pet, you know what I mean? Gonna make good companions, so they're gonna be good, like I said, stud. This could be a good stud or your good foundation female. Either way you want to go with this, you know what I mean? Like I said, these are next level dogs. These dogs will be good to start anybody program, but just to be good pets, period, in general, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm finna start video. I'm finna get the video of starting bunny pups. Finna show my boy Banks off. Like I said, and we'll be on to the next. Yeah, last but not least, this is my boy Ben. I thought I was gonna give a close up of him as well. I just got him inside the swimming pool right now. Like I said, they finna go inside their kennel, and you know, it's not good to keep them inside, you know what I mean, the pool long, especially with wood chips, because they can get out caught in their stomach, or they can eat it or eat it and end up messing, like I said, their stomach up or something like that. But very, very nice pups, man. Like I said, mare carrier. Like I said, don't be scared of the black. You see what black got me, like I said, and I could have probably got way more, like I said, mare pups out there little. But these pups, that smoke getting to me. I got a fire burning around there, y'all. Y'all got to bear with me. But these pups are mare carrier. They carry a trilec, piebald, all out, just pretty, pretty pups, you know what I mean? Very, very small, compact pups. Very, very nice, thick reels up on them. 5 weeks of age. Going on 6 weeks, they will be getting their ears cut. Let somebody not want their pup ears cut, and they hit me up, like I said before. You know what I mean? I do that process with the pups. But this is the end of this video. I will be posting the parents at the end of the video, and we'll be on to the next. Yeah, we back with the second part of this video, y'all. Well, I guess the third part, if you want to say. But this are the pups off of Bunny and BJ. Yeah. I tell y'all, I got quite a few dogs around here, you know what I mean? So you gotta bear with me sometimes. I forget the names of them. But yeah, these are the pups off Bunny and BJ. As you can see, like I said, Bunny put up markings on these pups. I mean, almost a whole litter came out identical to Bunny, you know. Like I said, I still see BJ features up in there. For instance, this boy right here, he's a blue Brunner try. He's a piebald try. He got a blue spots up on him with piebald. Like I said, he piebald with Brunner inside of it. You know what I mean? I mean, very, very unique, very, very pretty pup. This a girl right here. And I'm not sure, like I said, well, yeah, this a girl right here. And this the girl. And this the brother right here. I mean, they look, I mean, I got so many of these pups, you know what I mean, that look very, very similar, you know what I mean. I got 2 piebald males, 2 pups, like I said, with majority black on their face. And they look like they could have a smidge of a try up on their face, and it could be Brunner up in their markings as well, like I said, on top of that black. But I'm just not very sure. Like I said, they still young. Like I said, still maturing. The color still kind of just, you know what I mean, coming in. Like I said, where you can actually tell which color they are, what color they are. But we got 2 solid white pups that I know for sure. You know what I mean? They very small. This their second time getting this gonna be their second time getting their worm. I mean, these pups was loaded with worms, and I didn't even know it. You know what I mean? Until I wormed them out. And I started seeing, you know what I mean, the worms in they poop and everything. But these pups, like I said, they're doing a lot better than, like I said, they never did really get sick. Like I said, I did good with both of these litters, you know, with keeping them all, I mean, healthy and everything. And had quite a scare with Ben when he was young. Like I said, I mean when he was like 3 weeks of age, which I had to take him to the vet. You know what I mean? Just kind of like get another dose of Panacur from the vet, and they gave me a little something else extra with Ben. They kind of shook him all the way back. You know, it spooked me. But other than that, these pups I did very extremely good. I mean, they doing good. I'm not quite sure if they 3 weeks or finna be 3 weeks, but I just wanted to get an update of these pups to show people how they were looking and everything. But these pups are doing very good. They This their first day up on, like I said, the diamond with the milk. Like I said, which some people get pups mush. I just like to soak the food, like I said, with the milk and give it to them like that because they do very good with that. Like I said, I don't pretty much just mix it. Like I said, I just make sure it is sat for a minute and got milk up on it, and that's what I pretty much start them off on. That's my mush for the pups, you know. But I've been raising dogs for a long time. Look at this nasty joker right here. I got no fish out here. He's starting to poop right up on the girl. I mean, they filthy, you know. Very filthy. Throw this inside my little trash can that I got. Wash my hands off. Yeah, man. Life of a dog breeder, man. Life of a dog breeder. One sec, bear with me. Yeah, we back at it. But I just wanted to show these pups off. You know, like I said, I've been ripping and running, cleaning this shed all day. Just getting things right and getting things in order, like I said, all around the yard, you know. But I'm finna show these pups individually one by one. Like I said, that'll be the end of this video. Like I said, I'm gonna get some pictures of these pups, post them on my Instagram and Facebook as well. But these pups are 15 for the females. I have one female right now available. That's the all white female. And like I said, this girl right here, she's pending. I'm gonna be reaching out to the guy just to see when he's ready to drop his deposits up on and everything. Cause you know I don't like send back just hold on to them without a deposit. But I'll be reaching out to this guy and this little female right here. She probably already be spoken for. And her twin brother, I'm most likely gonna do, like I said, pet home him just due to the fact, like I said, with his eye, like I said, but if he get older, like I said, because he's young right now, but his eye, he was born with like a little speck in his eye, which he's not blind, far from blind, he can still see, but he got like a little speck on his eye. So I'll be selling this boy at pet home price, like I said. If you reach out to me, like I said, we could talk and negotiate some price with him and everything. Like I said, you want to buy him right now at pet on price. But the older he get, if his eye just get back normal, he's going to be regular price. But 15 for the females, 1,400 for the males. These pups are UKC wrestlers. These are standard bullets, you know. Like I said, the mom, dad is a standard. You can see, the mom, dad is a standard, and the mom, like I said, mom, she's between pocket and like I said, and classic as well. So, you know, these are going to be classic side dogs. And you might get one or two that might come out smidge of a pocket, you know what I mean? But these muscle tone pockets, like I said, I know they're young right now. You really can't see a whole lot. You really can't see a lot of these structure which I'm finna show. And they still, like I said, need a second round of worming, which, like I said, they're going to blow them up and put size on them as well. Especially now that I got them, like I said, they kind of eat a little bit off the mom. They starting to eat, like I said, diamond and just regular milk. So these pups right here, they're going to be between standard and classic. And like I said, and I mean, this is just the beginning stage. I mean, 3 weeks, you really can't tell them besides, you know what I mean, the quality that you see right now is very nice quality. They look exactly like their mom. This guy right here, he got one blue tail and one blue side of the face. He's a very unique pup as well. Like I said, I'm finna ready to go over them one by one. And like I said, and I might just not even go over these one by one. I'll do that probably another day, like I said, because I don't want to make this video too terribly long. So this actually gonna be the end of this video. And I'm just gonna show y'all, like I said, kind of individual of these pups, like I said. So anybody who interested or want to reach out, screenshot your pup or just call me and tell me which pup that it is. Like I said, that way we'll know from there. Or hit me up, like I said, you can hit me up 318-946-5277. Or you can hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or email. I prefer Facebook or email, or just text me, you know what I mean? And we can work out something on prices, I mean, or payment arrangements, anything of that nature. But I'm finna go with these pups. This one right here, like I said, this gonna be my little keeper. I mean, she's very, very, very pretty. I think she was the smallest female out the litter. Like I said, she's staying with me. And we got this boy right here in the back, right beside her, with the 2 patches on his face. Like I said, he's the pup that might be sold. He's the pup that'll be sold at pet home price. So I got a steal of a deal going on for this guy. We got this white. I think this is a white male. Either male or female. They almost identical. But either way, male or female. If it's the male, he's 1,400. If it's the female, he's 1,500. So either way, we got this piebald big blue male right here. I mean, to me, I think he's the nicest male out the litter. But you know, to each in his own. Like I said, it however, you know what I mean, whatever you like, you know. But he's the big piebald male. He's gonna be 1,400. We got this little guy right here. Like I said, he's a smaller male. Like, he got one blue patch on his tail, and like I said, he got a blue mark on his. You see, he got a half a blue face, other half white. Very, very unique pup. I mean, these small pups, don't get me wrong, but I promise you, I kid you not, these gonna be some nice size, nice quality dogs. You can see the quality in them already as we speak. But this guy right here, he's 1,500 as well. He's almost all white. He just got a black little speck on his ear. You know, I'm clipping these pup ears. If you don't want your pup ears clipped, you know, we can talk about that and we can rearrange that as well. Like I said, you won't have to worry about your pup ears getting clipped. But he's the only one with a black, he's the only white pup with a black patch on his tail. And like I said, this female right here, I'm pretty sure, like I said, the guy gonna get her. I'll be posting all these pups on my page later on and post them through the groups, but I think she's already spoken for. So we got this one pup right here, other white pup. I'm not sure if it's the male, which we're gonna stop guessing. This the only female of the litter that's probably gonna be available. I mean, she's all white, look just like Bunny. Very, very pretty pup, you know. Very, very nice. Like I said, they just not starting to walk around good. They got their eyes open and everything. And like I said, they just not starting to kind of eat a little bit on their own. So I'm going to start trying to wean them off their mom. I got these pups already out their mom. So they already weaned and ready and pretty much are waiting on their shots. And like I said, in around about 7-8 weeks of age, they'll be pretty much ready to go to their forever home. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I got one more pup I'm gonna show because I haven't showed this pup on the page at all, and this will be the last of the video. So I'm gonna show y'all the Coco and Caesar pup, and that'll be the end of this video. And I'm gonna go put the parents at the end of the video of these pups as well, for y'all can get an idea of what y'all getting and who the parents are of these pups. But this bunny time, BJ, and like I said, and we'll be on to the next. Yeah, last but not least, man, this the Kansas Kennel. See, this old Kansas Kennels Butcher right here. Like I said, we're going with the name Butcher. This is the pup off of, let's see, Coco and Caesar. He's about 2 weeks of age now. He finally got his eyes open. He's a very, very, very little thick pup. This is also on my channel, man. Made a Black Widow blood. You know what I mean? I've been waiting forever to do that cross. I didn't get no hellified. Well, I got 4 pups out that litter. You know, 2 stillborn and 1, like I said, ended up passing. Like I said, because I guess he was just too small and he couldn't pull through. That's the pup I was telling y'all that was on the fence last time. But we got this one male that survived off the litter. I'm very, very pleased with it. You know what I mean? He very, very nice. Got a nice size head on him already. Very, very nice muzzle up on them. I mean, solid mouth, thick, nice pup. You know, like I said, I just got, like I said, a good feeling it's gonna be one of these ones. You know what I mean? He's a very young pup right now, but I just know how this breeding was put together. You know what I mean? That this boy right here gonna be a very special pup. Like I said, gonna be a very special piece of my, like I said, of the puzzle. What I got going on at the camp. If anybody who sent back word, like I said, wondering how much the deposit is up on these pups, if y'all didn't hear me in my last video, these pups deposits are 400. Like I said, I'll say 400 for the males, 500 for the female. Like I said, and that'll be the deposit for these. And for the ones up in here, their deposit will be $1,000 for the for one of these pups. $1,000, and like I said, and then, like I said, if you want to cash out, I could do 3,400 for one of these pups. Like I said, but 3,400 cash, $1,000 for deposit. Like I said, and I work, like I said, and we'll work with the payment plan from there. But I just want to get y'all a good rundown of these pups. Like I said, I'm finna try to get some photos of these pups, and I'll try to get the video edited for y'all and drop today. If not, it'll be dropped tomorrow. But like I said, I just want to give y'all a good update of what's going on at the camp. And like I said, how everybody's coming out, you know what I mean? Come on, boy. Calm down. Little chunky joker, he can move pretty quick. Yeah. But we out, man. I got to get some warming. So like I said, I'm going to drop his pants at the end of this video, and let's beat it all. We out. Y'all stay blessed. Take care of them hounds. Take care of yourself. And we'll catch y'all next time.